there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into a dish. She's like, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
Olie-ing, smolie.
Gorlami.
More lami.
Gorlami.
That's Inglourious Bastards?
The best.
Yes, so good.
By the way, it's personally my favorite Tarantino movie.
Wow. Okay, we're starting off with this.
Starting hot, but just like it just happened that way. But
No,
to me, that's one.
I think my one for Tarantino is Reservoir Dogs.
Never seen it, Jim.
Wow, that's
Crazy.
it's a crazy fucking movie where it's like no one has a name, right? It's all like Mr. Pink, Mr. White, like everyone's got a code name the whole movie, which is kind of sick. So it's like
They all wear suits, right?
right, except one of them wears a fucking tracksuit, which is fucking sick.
I've been telling the boys we got to bring back tracksuits.
Dude, I have a full closet.
Adidas.
It's crazy. I have like 8 or 9, and it's like I maybe wear once a year. I just buy them. I see them. I'm like, that's sick. I got like a blue, black, red, orange. I need a green one. I get my hands on a green one. But anyways, Reservoir
Neither here
Dogs,
nor there, Jim.
Psychopaths, and then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, slowly creeping up there for me.
Wow. I hear it's very like my mom grew up in LA during that time, and she said it just brought her back, all the little things,
Yeah,
in that movie and stuff like that. I feel like it's like a nice calm watch, like a fun watch.
that's what I mean.
Doesn't leave you quite fulfilled what you're really hoping for, I think.
It depends. Like, it's great. It sounds dumb, but like cinematography, right? Just like the movie's well done, but like
Mature pit.
it's like it's weird. It's very slow for a Tarantino film. Like, I feel like a lot of Tarantino, like Kill Bills, are like go go go. This one's like pump the brakes until the end scene, then we get fucking crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But wow, love it.
Didn't mean to start us on that tangent, Jim, but I actually have another tangent to start us off on.
Let's go. I love it.
All right. Would you rather be given $1 million right now or $50 for every strike you bowl?
$1 million right now, and there's like I could just go to the bowling alley and take up. I think you take $50.
So I think doing the math on it, I think it's something like you need 50, 60 strikes a day to make that $1 million.
But does it cap out at $1 million? You know what I mean? Like, or do I just
No, uncapped. But I'm just saying to even get your, back to where you would have been. But I'm saying, Jim, you take it on as your job. You don't have to get these strikes in a row.
No.
If you went to the bowling alley, Jim, I mean, I know you're no Kev Cal, you're no Todd Jr.,
It's
but
true.
If you went to the bowling alley, like every bowling, whatever throw that you throw, how many before you get a strike? Like 1 in every 3, 1 in every 4?
I would say like 1 in every 3, 4, exactly, right around there. But you got to go in with the assumption like you're gonna get better. If you're going all the time, that number is gonna get knocked down to 1 in every 2, 1 in every 1.5.
I'm saying you take that on as your job, right? Now that's my full-time job. I'm a bowler now, right? And then you're busting it out 6 a.m. to probably like 10 a.m.
And that's the thing. You can get ambidextrous. Like, you can just start fucking getting good with the other hand because you're going to get sore. That's the issue with bowling is you're going to get sore.
But it's good for the shoulder, Jim. It's good for the shoulder. That's
in the short term, I mean, it's a good long – it's weird. I feel like any motion done over a long period of time is bad.
I fucked my hip up last time I bowled. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I'm just getting old, but it's an intense motion because I really like to throw that rear leg.
Exactly,
I like to throw
the
it
kick.
behind and to the left to keep my center of gravity.
So
I get really into it, but then you get the Bo Jackson on the left hip,
Yeah, exactly. Gonna need that replacey. No, you know what's funny? We were talking last pod about needing a new sport to watch or something. we went out to Oregon and for Joe's wedding, but there was bowling on TV, and I was like immediately glued to it. There's no better sport to watch on TV right now than bowling, in my opinion.
I like that. I thought you were going to go lacrosse.
No, we were talking lacrosse, and then I came across bowling, and we used to watch it growing up. Like, the crowd's getting into it. You got like 8 people that are huge, right? And it's always like a tournament, and there's like 5 or 6 of those
It
guys.
used to be on ESPN all the time.
All the time.
When we were kids.
Like
all
Norm,
the time. You got to know the names.
Yeah,
the Webbers.
Norm Duke.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But now there's like
CP3 celebrity bowling tournament.
CP.
Like, we need to YouTube some of that. Like, that could be
So
a good watch.
Dude, there's so many athletes that are, and I guess it makes sense because bowling's like a sport that any athlete should be able to maybe not master but be good at. But like Mookie Betts, I think, has a couple 300s under his belt. Like so sick shit like that. Crazy.
Doesn't surprise me.
No, but yeah, going back to it, I think you take the bowling. You know what? You could even keep your job for a while and just bowl at nights. You know what I mean? Get a few hours in at night. That becomes your hobby, and it's like
you're right.
Now we're
Combine
doubling the
with it.
income. Now we can get rid of that job faster.
Like a 300 is how many strikes in a row, Jim?
12. So you got your 10
12.
frames plus
12
your 2
times
bonus
5.
at the end.
You know, whatever 12 times 5.
60. Boom.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like a too good a deal to be true.
Yeah.
$25, I would be like, ooh, now we're sketch.
Yeah.
But
it's an interesting one though.
It is. Oh.
Or here's another one I heard was: would you rather be given $1 million right now, or $100 million, but you have to run a mile in under 4:30 in a year?
Oh. Oof.
Can you do it? Like, you got to ask yourself.
But like the thing is, what if like you're one injury away from just blowing it all?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'd be able to do it. Get under 4:30, unless like you dedicate.
I'd be tempted to try. I'd be tempted to try, but I don't think I'm getting there either.
You would have to dedicate.
I think Kev
so
Cow
much
could get
time.
there though.
It'd be close. It's like a dead sprint for a mile.
If I was someone who ran a lot, like who would run miles every day already, I would think I'd have to give that a shot. You know, you're going for broke.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm coming in with 0 running cardio. There's absolutely nothing. Ground floor.
If your life depended on it right now, or maybe not if your life depended on it right now, but if you tried really hard right now, what would your mile time be?
I think I could get low 7s.
I was gonna say I think I think we could get into the 6s if we're really hauling ass.
It would be
high 6s, 650.
I wanted to say cracking 7, but there's something in me that's done that like one time, and I was in actually like good shape. It was like back in basketball where we were doing like Tabata, you know what I mean? Like conditioning, not like jujitsu conditioning. Cause like, I feel like I can run for a lot longer now than I ever could. You know what I mean? Like just working on breathing, just like chilling out.
Yeah.
Like that's more, I feel like jujitsu, but like that sprint mile pace, fuck that.
Jiu-jitsu cardio is its own thing. I feel like, you know what I mean? You definitely get the heart rate all the way up.
Oh yeah. That's what I
mean. So
obviously
it's great cardio in that sense, but it's a lot of like, it's not running cardio, you know?
No,
like
it like doesn't translate. And like it does, I feel like in the long term, like obviously like if you're in a camp, like running, it helps. But like if you were a triathlete and you came into a jiu-jitsu class, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like it's a lot of starting, redlining, yellow, redlining, push, pull, like grip strength, like just weird shit. You're using weird muscles. But
I feel like that's the aspect of jiu-jitsu that maybe is kind of underrated is the RPMs getting up, you know?
Yeah.
Like maybe one of the reasons why you feel so good afterwards is because it's like you really push that heart, you know?
Oh.
To like fucking, you know, pump that blood.
For sure. And like, that's like, I don't do like as many rounds as a lot of the guys do. Like some guys are in there till like an hour and a half after drilling. I'm like, that's too much for me, but they're like going, and it's like, damn, the gas tanks they have, it's crazy. But yeah, I think there is something to be said about that is why you feel good. It's just constant. You know what I mean? Like it's constant redlining. You're going slow and then sprint, slow, sprint, slow. But it's
How was
fun.
the roll this morning?
Roll was good. Shout out Bernard, this guy, legend. He is. It's funny because like the morning class is so different than the night class. Like the group of people you get, like the morning is a lot of dads, older, not older, but like late 30s, like young kids, like that kind of shit. And it used to be like strictly Asian dads, like just that was just like who was in there, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And so they called it like the Asian dad crew. That was like right before COVID, all that. That was like their crew.
ADC.
What? Oh yeah, ADC. Exactly. And so they were like that was our crew. And then there's been a bunch of people joined since, but so like there's a lot of them still there. This guy Bernard though, just a great fisherman, great at jiu-jitsu, just got his purple belt. Shout out Bernard. And he goes on fishing trips like I think once, twice a year, and they fish for tuna. I'm sure he goes on other fishing trips, but like a tuna trip.
So kind of out there, huh?
Yeah. So he goes
Almost
to San Diego.
ski level?
Yeah, your neck of the woods. And did you guys have some nasty weather?
Not really.
So it might have been just because he was so far off the coast. Like it was like we were out there for 75 hours and they caught everything in a 3-hour window. But he brought some just fat chunks of sashimi grade sushi to jiu-jitsu today. And so your boy walked out with a nice chunk of tuna.
You're going to make some pokey or what?
Dude, the
what
last
do we do?
one,
We searing it?
I just ate it raw. It was
You're eating it raw.
so good.
But just straight keto, no rice with you?
This one I was like, you know what? Like he gave it to me like that day, and I just was like, it was kind of sick. But I just like left it out, and I was like, fuck, I didn't know the rules on refreezing thawed out tuna. You know what I mean? Like other meats, I'm cool with it, but like tuna, I was like fish, little weird. So I just ate it, and it was like one of the best things I'd ever had. It's just like so smooth.
It's got to hit different when it's like it was fished by someone personally, you know?
Exactly. And that's it's like you have goods like tuna on sushi, whatever, but like
you didn't get it out of plastic. You know, you didn't have to like cut open plastic to get this tuna.
For sure. Actually, I do. He vacuum sealed it, but still,
he bagged it. But you know,
exactly.
What I mean. It's different.
It's different. It is. But no, the rolls were good. It's crazy. So you got that crew in the morning though. So it's like not laid back by any means, but like it's just
calmer presence.
Calmer, yeah, exactly. A lot of guys that have been doing jiu-jitsu for a lot of years, and then in like the night class is like a mix of everybody from white belts to exactly like guys just getting off work that have had a tough day, and you're like, oh shit, like
some guys doing 360s to pass guard, right?
It's crazy, but it's sick. So it's like way like more intense rolls. Is the word I would use. But 10th Planet San Jose, you got to come out next time you're home.
Oh, I'm definitely coming out next time I'm home, 100%.
Let's
but
go.
I heard you're coming to San Diego soon.
Well, that's the plan, but I got to check my schedule. The plan's end of June. It would be a money time to come. But
we're also doing our draft.
Ooh.
It's looking like the first weekend of September, the last weekend of August.
Okay.
So that might be a money opportunity. I don't know if the boys are road tripping or if they're flying, but
are you guys doing it down there again?
We're doing it down here, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So with the gas check.
The gas check. There it is.
Oh.
The go. But yeah, no, jiu-jitsu's been fun. I've fucking been going a ton these last few weeks. Just because like the schedules line up for morning, night. I'm like, whatever.
Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth, man.
Dude, we all deserve this day off, don't we?
I don't know if shoot, man.
No, I'm
You're
just
creeping
saying,
yourself
nice,
in.
right?
That's a bold statement. Some would say, not you, sir. Not you, Massa.
Man, you going to any day parties or?
No cookouts for the boy. I'm just chilling. If that's what you're asking. It's funny though, because I was listening to a podcast and these guys were like talking about it. And they're like, what's the celebration? What's the protocol on Juneteenth? Is it like cookout because it's like the first week. You know what I mean? It's like it's warm out. It's culturally appropriate to do. I don't know for whom. For us, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't have any specific insights on this, but I kind of have a gut feeling that it's National Cookout Day.
Oh,
at this
okay.
point. You know what I mean? Like, it is the day designated. Like, if there's one day we're gonna barbecue, and that's for all of us. That's the day, you know? A hot summer day in the park, get the water balloons out, get the water guns out.
Now,
you know what I mean? You remember that, Jim?
I do. I remember it fondly. Some of
Lincoln
my most
Glen Park, you're running around, you're playing pickle.
Exactly. I mean, we weren't Lincoln Glen Park, but we were a dead end street, so it was water balloons, it was football, wiffle ball,
block parties. Did you guys have block parties?
Big time. 4th of July block parties. Big time.
If you know, the Johnson Ave block parties were just something special, something legendary. You were probably at one or two, Jim. You don't even remember.
I don't recall. I remember the street always being blocked off and being like fucking annoyed that we couldn't go down. Like anytime, like even like the Westgate, when it's like blocked off, if there's any minor inconvenience
You're
to
like,
my
what's
driving,
this? You're riding up on your bike.
Fuck you.
With the cards. With the cards and the spokes making the noise.
No, we were cans in the back tire, not the cars.
Even better.
Yeah,
even better.
Sounds like a fucking.
We got to start popping them out, Jim. What do you think?
Popping what out?
The people want to know when you're going to start making babies.
That's a long ways down the line, I think, my friend. Not a long, but a ways down the line. Yeah. How about yourself? I mean, you're the one that's.
Well, someone's got to have the barbecues, and someone's got to have the kids running around playing pickle, Jim. So far, it's only girls. It's just Layla. That's all we got.
Who's Layla?
JP's kid.
Oh. I thought Layla was a person that had a kid. I was like, what?
No, I'm just saying the next generation, dude.
It's crazy. You know what's funny, though? John is in town. His wife's pregnant. So
there you go.
Yeah. So,
that's what I'm talking about, Jim.
I know.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we went to Joe's wedding, and I don't want to get into that too much just because Todd was there, and I feel like he was in the wedding. He's gonna have a lot to say. So, but there was a lot of kids around there. Like Dan Wrighton's got a kid. Like there was kids around. And it's like shit. It is cool to see. It's like we're at about that time where people start having them. So it's interesting.
Interesting to see it unfold, huh? Both my stepsisters are pregnant right now.
Wow. Ashley and
Heather.
I don't know.
Who's not technically my stepsister,
but
I
see.
My stepmom like raised her. So she like kind of is. I don't know if she's like my cousin.
No, that makes sense. I just don't think I've ever met. I was trying to think if I've ever met.
I don't know if you have, yeah.
Definitely met Ashley.
So she was looking
Ashley
for, like,
holds down the house. That's for goddamn sure.
What was that?
I said Ashley holds down the fucking fort. She don't.
Yeah, she'll hold down the fort. That's a mama bear.
She's
definitely taking care of the family.
Ledge.
So I should call her soon, honestly, to congratulate her with my real voice. But what was I going to say? Heather is looking for names for her daughter. And so, I threw out a couple just to see if something would stick. You know what I mean? I threw out Zana.
Zana.
Zana. Zana.
Did she say
what do you think about it, Jim?
I think that doesn't fit with the mother Heather. I mean, give her something a little more traditional. I feel like
she's thinking Penelope.
Oh, okay. Penelope.
Jim likes Penelope.
Penny. Just Penny for short is kind of sick.
Ooh, Penny is sick. You got to think about the nickname.
That's what I mean. It's all about the nicknames. Like, what is this kid gonna get called? What bad names are gonna be associated with Penella? Penella pees her pants. Like, I mean, you never know.
What nickname would you give to Wyatt? I got a nephew.
Wyatt. We call.
I like
Dub. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we have a cousin Wyatt called. We like.
It's a tough name.
It is, but Wyatt's a hearty name though that doesn't need like a nickname, like it's a one syllable, like Wyatt. What you know? What I mean, it's not like a 2 syllable. It's a 1 clapper.
The crosswalk.
Exactly. Wyatt. Not
wait.
Wyatt's a wait. Wyatt's a tough one. How about this? So okay, I'm at work. This is a guy's out sick at work, right? So I'm taking over these buildings. It's kind of a a mess right now. I'm trying to fix it up while he's gone. Anyways, I'm emailing this guy, and my signature, everything at work, my email, my signature, everything's Jimmy across the board. I email this guy. He sends me back Jim. He just keeps referring to me as Jim, and I'm like, blah blah blah. Signed,
You don't
Jimmy
feel like a Jim?
Riley. No, I'm not a Jim. If I was a Jim, I would sign my name Jim. And I was like, hey buddy, like this is the first time talking to you. We're not on nicknames basis. You know what I mean? That's a crazy thing to go with.
Jimmy's already a nickname.
Jimmy's
You've
the
already
nickname.
established it. Yeah.
It's been established. And I was like, it took me everything. So it was one of those days where I was like, just already eating it. And I was like, ooh, I should just say something. I was like, you know what? Let it go. Not a big deal at all. And then he did it again. I was like, fuck you, dude. All right. Bad.
You said it straight?
No, I just let it go again.
No, you
I just bitched out. I bitched out. But speaking of work, let's hear about the first
substitute teaching
day. And how have you had subsequent days or?
It was cool.
Yeah.
Super easy, super fun. Just hanging out with the kids. It was like their last week of school, so I was just like,
oh shit, I didn't even think about school.
Yeah. But I was playing chess, pulled out the chessboard.
Wow, did you take any of them on?
I took one on. Listen how this chess game wins. First of all, I beat him on the first game. Second game comes, I have him in a position where if he moved anywhere, he would be in check, but he's not currently in check.
There's
nowhere for him to move. If he moved anywhere, he would be in check, but he wasn't in check, so it's a draw. That's the rule.
Is that the rule?
Dude, I might have got hustled by this kid. It's not like we bet anything, but he told me that's the rule. Because to be in checkmate, you got to like be in check to be in checkmate.
Right, but you can't just not move. You can't just say the game's over. That sounds crazy.
That was pretty much what it ended up being because those were the only pieces.
That's absurd.
I don't know. I don't remember, but
like, okay, so I guess that's maybe why they play on the clock in chess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then you're just sitting there waiting it out, and then it's like, okay, now you've gone.
What is the rule of clock chess? If you run out of time, you lose?
Something like that. I honestly don't know. I wish I was better at chess because, like, I do enjoy watching and, like, knowing that their strategy.
That's a new sport to watch.
That is a good, like, Magnus Carlsen is crazy.
I can't get into it, though, if I'm being honest.
Dude.
Magnus thinks he's so sick.
Which he is, and then he gets beat, which is even sicker. Like, did you follow that whole, like, debacle?
Didn't someone have like a vibrator up their ass?
They thought they had like anal beads vibrating the moves, but like the guy has been accused of cheating in the past on online chess, so it's like he's got a reputation for it. He's like, I didn't, and then I forget. I think they played again, and I think he lost. But yeah, I mean, just
my
crazy.
Gut feeling is that Magnus got beat, and he's one of those like pretentious ass
100%.
Goodwill Hunting ass professors.
He even looks like fucking.
He's the guy in jiu-jitsu he's the black belt who's about to get tapped by a purple belt, and then goes, "Let me teach you something. Let me show you something."
Exactly.
Or you couldn't possibly have actually gotten me. It must have been right. You must have cheated.
Or they let you tap them. That's another great one where it's like you let him tap him, and you're like, "Oh, perfect." And he's like, "Oh, I was just trying to work out of that. Like I just wanted to see what was up. Like good choke." And I'm like, all right. Like, I'm not saying I'm tapping black belts it's like a purple belt thing. I feel like is like, get caught, but make it look not. But
if you get beat, you get beat. But I don't know. Maybe he did cheat.
I don't know.
You ain't trying. That's the Bill Belichick way.
That's true. How about Big Bill getting another 24-year-old girlfriend? Shout out Big Bill.
Is that for real?
I don't know, but you gotta. Even in the tabloids are saying it. You gotta just appreciate that the guy's got game.
He's not married.
I don't think so. I think that fell apart.
Okay.
But I mean, again, even if there
it's
are,
it's always weird how that marriage falls apart as soon as the husband gets super rich and famous.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
As soon
it's
as
crazy
half
how that
the assets kick in. Nah, it is. Like I said, even if the rumors are spreading about it, it's very sick. It must feel good for Big Bill.
I think it's sick.
sick.
I think that's like gross.
Yeah. I mean, for the girl, 100%.
No, for Brady, I get it. You know, but you can't be wrinkly.
How old? The wrinkly balls? Gross.
Yeah, come on. You can't be Bob Kraft in it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's always been it's a tale as old as time though. Like, does that make it not gross? I guess not. But shit.
Good question, right?
Yeah.
Tradition doesn't always equal morality.
Oh, no.
But that's neither here nor there. I want to talk about the Celtics.
Oh God, these trash ass dude. How about Tatum hitting every single famous post?
Bad,
that
dude.
was
way to back your way into a chip, my boy.
It was bad.
Like, that wasn't great. Not a great look for Jayson Tatum, but he worked really hard over the last 8 years. You know what I mean? He did his thing for like 8 years to get here, and then he kind of like.
Okay, so you said if he gets the belt, that makes him I forget what word we were using.
Best player in the world?
Yeah.
I think I had finals MVP in there. I hope.
Oh, I don't know. But
and I think I might have been just talking out my ass, but it is an interesting question. Now that the Celtics have won the chip, if Luka won it, he would be the best player in the world.
Right?
He didn't win it. Does Jokic still have the belt?
I don't know. Or is it like a Jerry West thing where
Why doesn't Tatum have the belt? Fuck it.
Well, the Jerry West give the whatchamacallit MVP of the series to the opposing team. Hey, we might have lost, but this guy had the best series. That's what I mean. Shout out the logo. I don't know. I feel like Luka, I feel like it's time that he gets his nod. You know? He didn't have a lot of help. Like, you can break down the series stats, and he did a lot of that on his own, for better or obviously worse.
Dude, there was something where the minutes he played, he won. Like, the Mavericks won. And the minutes he was on the bench, they lost. I think it was over like 1 or 2 games.
That's pretty crazy, though.
Yeah. To where it's like, it was not Luka's fault why they lost.
Right.
In the 10 minutes he didn't play, they went on a fucking 20 or whatever run.
Well, now,
but yeah, I think Luka's the best in the league, personally. If I could start my team starting beginning of the season with one player, Luka.
I think I agree. And it's like, if you go Luka, I'm going Jokic. Like that, I feel like they're the 1-2. It's like you could go either way. What kind of team do you want is dependent on who you would take. Are you going to want more threes, or are you going to want to be a more of a Euro style? Because I feel like Luka plays more Euro, but has that flair of the NBA already. Like Jokic is way more.
He's got that Harden in him.
Yeah,
he's got a little Harden.
Exactly.
I hate that. Like, if there's Euroball being like epitomized by Jokic, American ball is epitomized by Harden, and I hate that.
That's true, but that is what it is. That guy's hitting.
That is what it is. Like, American ball
backs.
is like, you guys stand in the corner and let this guy fucking cook and draw fouls and hit you in the corner for threes.
I absolutely hate it. Like, have you seen, I'm sure you have, like the games in Serbia where the crowds are like lighting fires and it looks like a soccer match and they're like jumping and cheering. I mean, that's what basketball could be. And it's just the product is so shitty right now. I can't.
Not quite there on the loyalty thing, but we still got a lot of time. If you think about like Premier League and stuff like that, they've been doing this for centuries.
Have they? I don't know.
I would think.
I have zero clue, but that does make sense. It is still a relatively young sport. The three was introduced 50 years ago, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So definitely
that's a good trivia question.
Ooh, I would say.
I think. Go ahead.
I would say 77. I'll get a point line added.
I think Bird was already in the league. I'm gonna go like 80. Oh no, like give me 79 on the dot.
Yeah, that's cheap. You saw my reaction. You saw the 79 through my eyes. 1979, the 3-point line was added. That's pretty crazy. That's like real relative. Not super even 50 years.
Dude, Jerry West didn't have it.
Yeah, a lot of those guys. That's what I mean. Like, and that's why, like, you look at the stat lines and it's like they look low, but even so, it's like not crazy low. Like you would think.
The ironic one is that the rebound stat is way up. because people took so many like shitty long twos and just couldn't really shoot that well. So there's just so many misses.
That's a good point. I never correlated.
You wouldn't think that.
Shitty
You would think it'd be less
shooting
shots
with
with no shot clock.
yeah.
But
Well, and that's like I hate like the Warriors announcers always give the stat line like the Warriors lead the league in offensive rebounds. I'm like, hey, that means missed shots. You fuck. Like, what are we?
Yeah.
That's not a great stat. I get what we're going for, but no.
not
I
it.
don't know. What do you think they do anything in this offseason? You think Clay's going to LA? What do you think happens?
I think Clay will be in Orlando if I'm being 100% honest.
Ooh, I like him with Paolo. A little senior leadership.
I think Orlando will make some moves for sure. I think Paul George will be with the Sixers.
Yep.
I think he's going to go with Joel. Go see
Kinda
what he
sick.
could do. Big offseason moves. I think the Celtics keep everyone unless Horford retires.
Horford should retire. I was talking to my brother about this. He was like in the Nintendo 64 video game, I'm pretty sure. Like as maybe a rookie, but still like what the fuck?
I think it's like 2005, maybe 2008.
No, is it that old? I mean that young? I feel like it was before
Yeah,
that.
he was with Florida for like 4 years with Joakim Noah and those guys winning back-to-back championships.
Joakim Noah.
And others. I forgot like Corey Brewer was on that team, I think. They had a sick team. They were long, and the length and the strength.
The length and strength. Love it.
But yeah, man.
But shit. What else is new, man? So what you been up to? So you're on substitute teaching, but kids are on summer. I totally forgot.
So I'm still looking for my next thing. I'm definitely looking to come back to that as well.
Yeah.
Looking to get started on this coaching thing with B. Fees' former Midi and San Jose State coaches.
Any
little
progress?
high school ball. Dude, no. If I'm being honest, I got to get on Brett's ass. I don't want to get on Brett's ass, but I think
It's
I need
a
to whip
tough
him into
ass to
shape a
get
little
on.
bit. Because summer ball is here, you know?
Right.
So, but honestly, Jim, I'm really need to start taking steps and making this leap into this play-by-play broadcasting career.
Nice. Okay.
I'm really honestly, I'm sure a lot of people listening gone through the same thing where they're like, what the fuck, like, do I even want to do? Like, what the fuck do I, like, really want to do and really, like, see myself, like, if I were to make it to the top of that field, that would be, like, a dream job, you know?
Right.
And it really is the play-by-play broadcasting. And so let's mastermind this out, Jim. Let's brainstorm this out. What do you have to do to become a play-by-play broadcaster?
Okay. So.
All right. So you started. Oh, go ahead.
No. You start.
I'm saying. All right. You start at the top. Who employs play-by-play broadcasters? Right. And it's not really like. I think it'd be all the individual teams potentially have their own.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're necessarily hired by the teams. I think it's like local radio stations.
A lot of the time, for sure.
So you got from the team itself, you got local radio stations, and then you got like the people who have the broadcasting rights to the game. ESPN, Fox Sports,
right,
ABC, all these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like that would be who employs you. Okay, what do you have to do to get employed as a play-by-play broadcaster?
Okay. What do you got to do?
Well, I think you have to be qualified to do the job, meaning have experience doing the job.
Exactly. Now, where do you get experience? Is it by doing your own play-by-plays online? Is it by going to a team, a high school, and being like, let me do play-by-play here? Is it trying to get a job with a news station? You know what I mean? Like just starting small?
I think there's a lot. I think it's step one, and these can maybe happen simultaneously. Step one, record myself / stream doing play-by-play of like old games.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
And do that for like 5 hours a day for like a month. Something like that, you know? Grind away at that, get a little tape going. Step two, create a website.
Nice.
Or at least like a highlight reel, something to send to people. Step three, email everyone and their mother, specifically looking for maybe like internships.
Yeah.
At like a Fox Sports or like a ESPN or whatever.
I feel like internships are huge because people are like, well, we don't want to pay someone, but like they'll
Just
take
get in the building.
Exactly. They'll take a chance for free. It's like, why not? They lose nothing. Now, I like that. Okay, so what about doing current games too? Is there a specific sport? Are you going to do every sport just to show that you got the chops? Because I feel like that's the thing. Like a lot of guys end up going to like, they get assigned to bowling, tennis, like fucking NASCAR, drag racing. And like,
Right. Well, is there any channels even doing that? Like their own play-by-play version? I'm sure there is, but it could be something that's really like fun and like unique on a like Twitch or like
right.
TikTok and stuff like that. And then once you show, the podcast is obviously a beautiful experience. I have a communication degree.
That's
so like
huge.
if there was any degree for it, it kind of is that. I'm thinking, is there like a additional degree? Like I'm looking like Full Sail University, Dan Patrick School of Broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? But do I want a second fucking degree that's not a master's degree?
Right.
Do I even want to be in school when I should just be spending that time like building a reel and trying to get my foot in the door at places pretty much?
Now, is there like a master's in like mass communications that you could do? So it would be like, or like a broadcasting master's?
That's what I'm saying. I think that would be one route to go.
I definitely do. Cause like a lot of those, like they set you up with, you know what I mean? Like they get you into a job, like part of your class is to like do a job. And it's like from there, boom, you're in the door networking. You might not get a job there, but who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what route. I feel like it's like kind of one of those things where it's like so wide open, it's hard to nail down what would be a path.
But I think I'm starting to get the vision, and I'm starting to think about things that can be like actionable towards doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, it's not like, oh, okay, like I want to be a play-by-play broadcaster. I have a play-by-play broadcasting job, you know?
Right.
It's like, it's not like a quick step like that, I feel like. But I feel like there's opportunities out there. Even for baseball, I was looking, there's a lot of baseball opportunities.
That's why I was asking about the different
sports.
You
have to think, dude, how many games are being played like all around the world? How many sports are being broadcasted all over the world?
Oh,
there's got to be someone that'll pay me to do that shit.
Well, that's what I mean. And like you listen to like, you'll catch it. Go on.
Good. No, I was going to say, especially if I just make it my whole thing. Like I change my Instagram name to Play-by-Play Jay. I make like a Twitch Play-by-Play Jay. I make a Twitter Play-by-Play Jay. I make a website Play-by-Play Jay. You know, if people see that your whole thing is doing that one thing, I think they're way more likely to like give you that opportunity, you know?
Oh, yeah. And it's like you could do sort of the thing that John Boy does. Obviously, like you don't need to go into like the funny realm, but you could just do clips of you broadcasting. And the thing is that's tricky is all those games, someone's got rights to all those games. So it'd be like tough to post that on YouTube or stuff like that.
So what's the rule? Is anything on YouTube could I play on other things or no? Like once it's on YouTube, does that mean like, for example, if they have like the 2008 finals on YouTube, full game?
But where are you broadcasting it?
I guess on YouTube or Twitch.
I don't think Twitch would allow it. I don't think YouTube would allow it. Kick might allow it. But if you're...
Because it's probably from the NBA's page.
Well, that's what I mean. Exactly. So like they would copyright strike. And I don't know, there's like a certain degree to where like you could like flip the image. You know what I mean? Like you could distort the image and like flip it and then throw like a tint on it and then talk over it the whole time to where you're not getting it like, so it's not purely the audio.
Like a blurry image where people can kind of loosely see it, but then they're relying on
right. Or it's so easy. You just go, okay, everybody, I'm starting the game from here. I'll put the timer up on the clock or on the screen. And so boom, you get, it's like a watch along with like the UFC. You put the timer up and then everyone knows where you're at and boom, they can pull it up on their TV and just listen to you do it.
Exactly. So you could just do that and play by play a UFC fight.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking, like doing stuff like that for every single sporting event that comes up. Like making that, like dedicating my life to it. Before I get paid to dedicate my life to it, doing it first, and then like, you know, going from there. You know what I mean?
For sure. Well, no, I feel like that's with anything.
12 hours a day type deal. Just fucking like, all right, this is what I'm fucking doing. I need to pump out.
Well, and that's like...
I need to get experience, you know?
There's different... I'm trying to think of... Like you could just stream. Like if that's the plan, like you could just pick out a list of games and be like, this is the schedule for today. We're watching the 2018 AFC Championship.
Exactly.
We're watching this, and we're watching the 1940s something another. You know what I mean? Like, and so that could actually be really fun. It's just like in its own right. Exactly. Like watching like old stuff. Like people are nostalgic as fuck, and so it's like they would like to see the old game, watching the old guys.
You're scrolling through Twitch and it's like 08 finals,
right?
You know,
like,
you're
what the
Kobe
fuck?
does it again. You're like, whoa, Kobe drops 50, whatever
Crazy.
it is. That'd be sick.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's a good. I feel like a good starting point.
I'm rocking with this HP freaking laptop. I wonder if it'll get the job done.
Honestly,
your boy might need a Mac.
What I would do is I would get like a soundboard of some type. That's what you need, because realistically you want audio quality more than you want video quality. Obviously video quality is nice, you want both, but you could get like a cheap camera.
The video quality, that would be fine. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like
I have a camera.
Yeah, so anything would be fine. And then you go good audio quality, boom, sounds picks it up times a million. I like
which that. On this note, man, I gotta say the Trough talk has been production value wise, just on the rise, and the people were rewarding it.
Yeah,
I love to see it. I wish I was there for more in-person pods, man.
Same.
I love the way it's been going. You guys have been killing it on the pods, man. I'm scrolling through the page. You guys just dropped 1,000 views in a few days.
Hey, let's go. And that's
giving the people what they want, Jim. You're giving the people what they want.
And I'm not sure that's quite a good thing all the time, because sometimes the people don't know what they want. You got to give the people something, and they
what they need.
Exactly. No, it's been fun. The in-person ones are good because I feel like it's easy to get the timing right. Like it's a conversation. I don't need to say anymore, but I appreciate that. Thank you. I know the guys will appreciate that as well.
And Todd looked jacked in the last episode. Quick shout out.
Dude, he got a spray tan right before, and so he was like orange. Like it was crazy.
Nah, looking good, man. Looking good. Didn't know you were a guy that got spray tans, but looking good, man. Looking good.
He the last 2 months he's been getting them, and I don't know, it's a self-confidence thing. How do you feel about that? Are you a guy that would ever get a spray tan, or are you just a guy that would say I'll go outside and get tan?
Yeah, I live in San Diego, so I'll just go to the beach, get it out natural from the sun, lots of vitamin D. But no, I mean, I'm a big believer that whatever you want to do to make yourself your best self, or the person that you want to be when you look in the mirror, whatever it is, I support it.
Yeah.
You know, go do your thing. If you want fake tits, get fake tits. You know what I mean?
I guess. Hey, I feel that. Roger that. If you want to lob them off,
if I can squeeze them.
That's facts. Dude, but actually, going off of that, I went and got my fingernails and toenails. I got a massage and got them clipped up, a little manicure, pedicure. One of the greatest things ever. It's just one of the small joys in life. Done it a couple other times before this, but there's a place now in downtown Willow Glen that does it, right? It's like they cut hair in the front, and then in the back they got oh no,
they getting the calluses off.
I say don't touch the calluses. The calluses got to stay. Well, it's like my whole foot's like a pad now from jiu-jitsu. It's it's not even calloused over. It's like a fucking centimeter thick, yellow, not yellow, but skin. It's just built up skin.
Every time I do jiu-jitsu, I fuck up my heels so bad. The blister on the heel is every single time. I got to be on my toes. That's what you got to learn. You got to be on your toes, not your heels.
And then you start getting the toe blisters. So that's arguably worse. I have one right now. I believe you. And I got it from, it was just a mat burn, not even a blister, but just dragging it across and just ripped all the skin off my middle toe, and it's just not good. But I forget where we're at, what we were talking about. But let's get into the draft. I feel like this one will take some time.
This is a strong one, I feel like.
Oh yeah,
especially this late in the game.
I feel like we did maybe sports trios, or for some reason it rang a bell, but we didn't just do straight up trios, and that's what we're doing today. Trios, no bounds. When you first said it, I was like, "Ooh, okay, sports." I was thinking, and then you're like, "Nah,
That's one way to go with it.
think this. And I was like, okay, I can do this. But oof. With that being said, do you want to go first, second pick today?
I want to go first pick today.
All right. Let me turn this up. Well, with the first pick of the trio draft, Josh Landers will be on the clock.
Let's put it this way. If you're not familiar with this trio, probably didn't have a childhood, probably don't want to be your friend. Rock, paper, scissors.
Damn, that's a good one. Cross it off my list. Shit.
Now, Jim, who do you think's like, say rock, paper, scissors were, like a band, like who's the lead singer, who's playing drums, who's playing bass? Like who's the star of the show to you, Jim?
Rock, paper.
Of that trio.
Scissors is the lead singer. Paper's
Clearly.
playing guitar and Rock is on drums.
Yeah.
I feel like
But
that's it.
If you had to do rock, paper, scissors against a computer for your life, like against AI, and what are you throwing first?
I think paper.
You're throwing paper first.
Yeah.
Okay. And against a human?
Scissors.
Everyone throws scissors first. Rock is for sure like shooting like
Well,
at least
it's like
60% at the elementary school playground.
exactly.
100%.
That's what I was gonna say. It's an age thing. Every kid picks rocks. They want to fucking smash your fingers, and so it's like, all right, idiot. If you're
everyone
playing,
picks scissors because of rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
That's how we learn it.
well, yeah, I feel like that. But then you got people say, okay, well, he's definitely not going to pick scissors because he's saying scissors. Rock is so elementary. We got to go paper. And then you go,
Paper is level 3.
I'm
which
throwing
makes it
scissors.
Lead guitarist. I like where your head's at, Jim.
But yeah, no, it's so funny because kids, the pick rock like 90% of the time. You could beat them with paper every time and they're still going back to the well. It's crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
Is there one you choose more often than the others?
I was a rock guy.
Yeah.
I was a rock guy. I'm still a rock guy. What can I say?
Yeah.
I throw a rock.
I don't know. I've never been a rock guy. I'm always paper or scissors and just bouncing back between. And it's so funny because like.
Do you play right now?
All right.
All right. Is it on scissors or on shoot?
Scissors. People who throw on shoot are fucking rock.
Paper. Scissors.
Okay. Do scissors.
What do you do?
Scissors. I do scissors. Okay. Rock.
Paper. Scissors.
Wow.
Okay. Rock. Paper. Scissors.
That's good.
That was classic.
That is good. I know, and people take it as like such a more mental game than it is. It's like just throw like no one knows. Like,
let's be honest. We just had a leveling match there. We did because we both said what we would throw, but then we both threw the opposite.
And then I was like, I'm gonna throw paper, and I was like, oh, there's no way he doesn't go rock here.
Right.
But exactly, that's to the point. I guess either way, no one knows anything. You're both trying to psych each other out, and it's
simple game, but it could be as complicated as you want it to be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That which makes it phenomenal. All right. My first pick. Boom. Wow, I got a lot on here. Boo doo boo boo boo. I'm gonna go with bacon, egg, and cheese.
Wow.
And now this
no
is
bread, huh?
Nah, because I feel like you can put
It's
bacon,
implied.
egg, and cheese on a lot of you know what I mean? Anything. Like if you have bacon, egg, and cheese in an omelet, phenomenal on its own. Throw it in a sandwich, phenomenal. Like those three go together.
Are you with me that when you say, hey, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese, it's implied you're talking bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich for sure.
Yeah, but
and that's the beauty of it.
Exactly. You don't need the other. But again, just bacon, egg, and cheese is such a phenomenal combo. I feel like cheese is almost a cheat code with food items because it's like throw it in with anything and it's like a nice combiner. Yes, exactly.
It will hold the whole thing together.
100%. But a nice bacon, egg, and cheese is just fucking phenomenal. Are you a bacon guy? Like, let's say you go there, you sausage, ham. Lox? I'm not counting lox. Lox is not in the cards. What are the big three? It's ham, bacon, or sausage.
Through my childhood, I'd be a bacon guy. Not mad at the sausage though. We mix in the sausage. depending on how it's looking.
Dude, that's
But
how
I'm
I
big
am.
crab cake Benny for me, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
Crab cake Benny, anything with the holidays.
holidays, baby.
That's it. We at the Holidays Inn.
At the hotel motel.
No, we had to have the best generation of like high school dance music, or like club-ish music.
Yeah, clubbish music for sure.
Girl, no. You know what I mean? We had all
It's
that, man.
and
We
then
had
like
Peak Migos.
yeah, what's the one where all I do is win would always come on, and it was like, how am I supposed to dance to this song? But
And the hands go up.
up down. But bacon, egg, and cheese. There it is. Lock it in. That's I feel like a good number one pick. All right, round 2.
Wow, this is tough. A few options here. I think I'm gonna go with Ready, Set, Go.
Wow.
Those
Nice.
3 in combo are just said often. The words without each other aren't the same value. I mean, where did set come from?
Set is a weird one. 'Cause it's like ready. Ready would imply that you're set, no?
And it's almost like set implies get set. But it's like someone's trying to be a cool guy is just
Set. No, but that is kind of weird because ready would imply that you're ready to go. There's no need to
If
get
you're
set.
ready, you're set.
100%.
It's like the classic lock and load.
Lock,
When
and
anyone who's ever held a rifle knows you load and lock.
load and lock. Oh,
Depends on the gun, maybe. I don't
depends
know.
on the gun, maybe. No, you always load.
I've only held a 22.
You always load first. It doesn't make sense to lock then load unless you're trying to break your gun down. Then you would lock it. That doesn't even make sense. What the fuck? That's a dumb.
You know what show I've been watching? Speaking of guns, Generation Kill. Ever seen it?
Never heard of it. What is that?
So you've seen Band of Brothers.
Yes.
I would say it's like Band of Brothers,
Not a
but
fan.
for Iraq.
Not a fan.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, but it was pretty good.
I started the first episode and it was too dramatized, and I'm like, I've talked to people that were there, and it's like everyone's story is different. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, it didn't do it for me. It's like we lived through that one too much to where it was like I've seen too much of the real shit. Like during work for my last job, I was just like watching live helmet cam footage of people in war. So it's like once you've seen that in Fallujah, it's like the dramatized doesn't really do it. I don't know. But
Baghdad's a whole nother bad boy, man. Baghdad's a whole nother bad boy.
Bagpipes from
But no.
Baghdad, man. Speaking of Eminem, heard the new song?
Houdini? The old song?
Houdini?
Yeah, isn't it like pretty much like Shady's back?
Yeah, but it's completely the chorus is a little bit the same, but it reminds me
of no, I mean I heard it.
The Relapse album, and that was my favorite Eminem album, probably.
I heard he's bringing it back to old Shady, giving the people what they want. I'm glad you're excited about it.
White Boy Summer's off to a hot start, brother.
Back to old Shady, and then they hate on it when he brings it back.
See, people. But that makes it great. That's what makes it great. People hating on it. It's like if they're not hating on it, it's shitty music. Like his Recovery album, everyone's like, "This is so great," and I was like, "Ugh." It's.
Do you have a favorite Eminem song?
I like.
First one that came to mind.
Bagpipes from Baghdad is like I just like the beat of it. Is crazy. White Trash Party's a good one, even though I said I don't like that album.
Cleaning out my closet, man.
Cleaning out my closet. That reminds me of Jordan Mill again. Where's my snare?
I can't hear snare in my headphones.
But he's got that's the beauty of it. He's got so many good ones where it's like you can just let it go and it fucking you're gonna get banger after banger. But okay, my pick, round 2. Here I am. I'm gonna go with the Primary Colors, red, yellow, blue.
Wow, Primary Colors was not something I expected.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, talk about a trio. You can make anything you want from those 3, brother. Just a little more of this, a little more of that, and you got whatever you want. Now, what's your favorite secondary color? Red, yellow, blue out. Secondary.
So we're talking
greens, purple,
green,
orange.
Orange.
Yep.
Orange is my favorite color.
Same. Wow, orange your favorite color, hands down?
Yeah.
Same.
Hands down.
Same.
It wasn't always. As a child, I was a big red guy. Loved red. Willow Glen red.
Gotta love it.
That's nice. Yeah, you always rock the orange. You rock it. Your favorite orange is like
Blaze
like
orange,
a hunting
Nickelodeon
vest
orange.
right?
Yeah, honestly, it's the Nickelodeon orange is what I like the most. Like I got that color coded and I forget what it is, but I used to have that like down pat.
I'm more like University of Austin, Texas.
Burn
like,
orange.
Burn orange,
Yeah.
something like that.
Which is what I always said my first car would be. I was like, I'm going to get a burnt orange Hummer. I was like, that's the car. Never happened.
So I heard Elon talk saying that if you have a Tesla, there's going to be like a fleet of self-driving Teslas that are like doing Ubers and stuff like that. But then when you go out of town, you could just like have your Tesla join the fleet of Teslas and make money for you.
I don't know if I like that.
Thoughts?
I don't know if I like that. I don't know.
What are your thoughts on self-driving cars? Because I want one bad.
If you would have asked me 5 years ago, I would have said they're the greatest thing ever, like more self-driving cars. But the more and more I get skeptical of the government in just a broad sense, the more I'm like, I don't know if I want everything I do to be gridded out and mapped out perfectly. Like,
what if I want the car to not go there?
Exactly.
And then
like
going there?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, what if I want a nice diesel so I can go off-roading and just go drive on whatever I want. Like, there's no programming to it. But in the long run, like, I get the self-driving. If all of them are mapped out and like on a grid with each other, like less collisions, less this, less that. And
just more fucking time to play chess and
right. It frees up your day. But I like driving. I mean, call me old fashioned. I don't mind driving.
Well, drive your ass down here to San Diego, bro.
I know, dude. I just got some sick dash cam footage last night. I don't know what it scared the fucking shit out of me. So I was driving home from jiu-jitsu last night, and all of a sudden there's like like the brightest white light, like lit up the whole entire road. And then a loud bang. And so like immediately I was like, firework, but it was like way too bright and way too low to be a firework. And then
so now you're thinking aliens.
No, I didn't know what it was. But I was like, it's probably a firework.
An extraterrestrial, brother.
But I have the dash cam now. Sick. And so I immediately go home and fucking pulled it up. It was just a bitch ass firework, but it was sick. So like I caught it in like the distance, like you see it like sparkling up and then it hits the point and then just everything goes white. But it was like, I don't know. It was on my Instagram story. Everything was white though. It was like too much to be a normal firework.
Yeah.
I don't know. Weird.
I like it.
But yeah, primary colors, lock her in.
That's really good, Jim.
Round 3.
Can't lie, Jim. I'm struggling a little bit here. And for that reason, I'm just going to go Miami Big 3.
Wow. That's a nice one.
Give me LeBron, give me Wade, and give me Bosh.
Now, okay, who's your favorite out of those 3? Not the best, but like...
LeBron.
Really?
Yeah.
By
far.
Bosh.
I'm not a big D-Wade guy, and I'm not a big Bosh guy.
I'm not a big D-Wade guy. I think D-Wade might be one of the most overrated players in NBA history.
You might be onto something there.
Like, he just never did anything on his own. People say he was a shooter, and then I look, and I'm like, for his time, maybe, but like in the big scheme of things, like, nah.
What's D-Wade's go-to move?
It's like he has a signature move. I forget what it's called though.
Fucking dunk.
Oh yeah, no, but he does have a signature crossover. He does. I will give him that. Like back in the day, me and RJ McCune used to look up like I think Kobe's just called like the 84 or something like that.
Talk about overrated basketball players.
Oh shit, man.
I'll take Omar Cross any day, dog.
Dude. Okay, I love all of them to death, but posting like men's league highlights is a bit crazy.
No, if you drop a 30-piece, you can post it. If you
I don't
MVP,
know, man.
You can post it. I wish I had a highlight tape for my hoop runs, dude. Me and Dante have been going strong.
Well, why don't you get here's one. Get a GoPro, and you can use it for your hoop runs. Like strap it up on the fence or on like the post, and then you can use it to broadcast.
Play by play.
Boom.
Hey, you're onto something, Jim.
There we go.
You're freaking onto something.
But yeah, no, Those are crazy. But I like the Miami Big Three. I was a Chris Bosh guy. Felt bad that his career ended the way it did, because I feel like he was on to something. You know what I mean? He was kind of the first of the stretch bigs.
He did the dirty work.
Big
You know
time.
what I mean? He was doing the dirty work.
And
He
was
sacrificed a lot.
Fine with
And
being
he
the
stepped up a
three.
lot.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. He went
Proved
from the
himself
one
to be a champion, you know?
Went from the one guy to being, fuck it, I'll be the third wheel. I don't care. Like, if it gets us a ship, let's go.
Maybe the greatest offensive rebound in NBA history. When he kicks it to Ray Allen in the corner.
Oh, is that him? Dang. See, that's nice. That is huge. Finds the open man.
And that play alone is why Greg Popovich cannot be the greatest head coach of all time, even though he is my guy and he would be my choice to coach my team. But can't take Duncan out of the game, dude. You need a rebound. I don't care how old he is. He's not letting He's not letting that happen.
Right? You think he can't sprint for one play? Come on.
Come on. The champagne was being wheeled out. It's ugly.
Tough. But yeah, okay, the Big Three. I like that. Now, let me hit the horn.
I got my next pick.
There's another Big Three. There's a couple Big Threes in baseball that I think rival that one. But this one is Maddox, Glavine, Smoltz from the years 93 to 02. And now this rotation, these guys...
They were all together the whole time?
The whole time.
Okay.
And they were sick. And the sickest part about it is that's their pitching rotation, right? And that's back in the days where guys were going 8-9 innings. They're not going 4 or 5. So you got your 3 guys, and then you would have an off guy that would come in for like those long or like the weekday game, you know what I mean? Those road stands. But those 3 guys, 9 years, and they were arguably better golfers than they were pitchers, which is the sickest thing.
Yeah. Oh. They probably had so many golf rounds together too.
So much off time. And they were just like
stripes down the fairway.
100%. Stripes and strikes, baby. And that's the thing. Like a lot of those guys were like not high velo, but just fucking painting corners, nasty movement, and just the epitome of a pitching 3 in baseball. I feel like no one's had anywhere close to that rotation. Like the Giants, Kane, Lincecum, and I forget who had even been there.
Bumgarner.
But that I feel like Bumgarner was like at the end, like maybe 2014. That would have been like the last years. But like even then, I think Lincecum.
No, I thought Kane was before Bumgarner.
He was. That's what I mean. Like Kane, but I think they played together for like a couple years. But like Lincecum might have already been out. So like Kane, Lincecum,
Bumgarner or
someone
Lincecum,
else.
One game to save your life.
What year is it?
Both their primes.
Primes. Bumgarner's a dog, but like Lincecum's so sick. Like when he's on, he was the artist. And I remember like him getting popped for weed out in Washington, and everyone being like making it a big deal. And then like exactly. Like a month later, the Let Timmy Smoke campaign come out. I was like, I'm in. Let Timmy cheat. But yeah. Glavine, Smoltz, and Maddox. That's
not the baseball Big Three I thought you would go with.
There's another one that...
Yeah, there is.
Well, yeah.
There's another few.
Yeah. But if you're thinking a Yankees one, that one's no good.
There's 2 on the Yankees.
Yeah, no good. All right. Round 4? Round 4.
Yeah, give me shampoo, body wash, and conditioner.
Nice.
The big 3 of getting clean.
That's good. Now, are you a shampoo and conditioner guy, or are you a combined shampoo conditioner guy?
Now, I am a 2-for-1 guy.
So the lies.
I'm a 2-for-1 guy. Doesn't mean it's not a trio. It's still a trio. They're all there. It's almost like the connection between shampoo and conditioner is a little bit closer than the connection with body wash, but they're still a big 3.
That's true.
And just because they think as one, it's almost like How I Met Your Mother. It's like Ted and Marshall and the girl.
See,
you know, Marshall and the girl are closer, but they're a big 3 in their own right.
That's fair. But I would argue that you could use shampoo as body wash. You couldn't use conditioner as body wash. You shouldn't.
I agree with that take, and I actually am a firm believer that shampoo and body wash are pretty much the same thing.
I don't know.
They're going to be 90% all the same chemicals and stuff that make it, and 10% something different. So I think that
That's
if
fair.
you took this shampoo and you put it in a nice loofah or a nice washcloth, you're getting the freaking job done. That is soap designed for skin.
Well, exactly. And that, I think the trade-off here is the soap designed for skin is not designed for hair. It dries out the hair a little bit more. I feel like that's the 10% we're missing there.
But that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
But if you do it,
exactly
you take the
other
hair
way.
stuff and go body, you're
100%.
getting.
Well, in that, the Manscaped, shout out to sponsors, gotta love them. They send me a shampoo, conditioner, and then they send me a body wash. And now you're always using more body wash than shampoo and conditioner because your body's bigger than your head. At least I do. I don't have a lot of hair.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So then I go, body wash gets used, and then the shampoo just gradually becomes body wash.
Which I don't think is a crazy thing to do.
I don't either. I feel like
I don't know if that's young man tendencies or not, but I think that's
my skin's clear enough. I have one little blemish.
You know what's crazy is women will be like, I can't believe guys like and using 3-for-1s and all this stuff, and they're breaking out.
I know,
and it's just like my skin is glorious. I don't know what you're talking about. Enjoy that face routine, and those pimples, because my face is fucking flawless.
Big skincare, man. It's almost worse than big tobacco. They're getting money from these women at a disgusting clip. It's nasty work.
Some would say they were behind some would say they're the reason I can't smoke on an airplane.
Wow. Why is that? I didn't know this.
Well, no, they're trying to get big tobacco out of California so they can replace it with the skincare. Yeah.
Gotcha. I see. Yeah. No, fuck big makeup. But I like that. Okay. So nice. Let's go round 4. Me. Boom. There it is.
Oh, I got one.
I got a lot. I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. All right. Past, present, future. That's where I'm going.
Wow.
You got your three tenses. It's all there is to life is past, present, and future. There's nothing more, nothing else.
Babies and memories. Babies and memories.
Exactly.
I like that, Jim.
But yeah, I don't know. I felt like a big 3. You know what I mean? It's 3 that always go together. Now, if you had a time machine and had to go forward or backwards, which would you choose?
Someone asked me this, and my response was, that's impossible because you can't time travel to the future.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Well, I just said you could. So that's weird.
But the future hasn't happened yet.
But it would. Let's say everything happened in fast forward, like you were a part of it. Would you rather go forward or backwards? Now it can
backwards.
Happen. Nice. And then
it remains the same. Forward, I think, is going to get a lot more less interesting from the observer's perspective.
I see. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? It'll be crazy to experience what they're experiencing, I guess, which would be their own personalized ideal life in the virtual world.
That's
you would think
right.
Whatever. That's how I kind of see it. You're hooked up to a machine that keeps your body limbs moving. So it's not like you're just sitting down in this virtual world. You're keeping your body moving. It's IVing you nutrients.
Well, okay, now let's give you a different scenario. Okay, let's say you chose the future and you thought it was going to be that, and it's just a completely apocalyptic fucking. I'd almost rather have that.
I think it would be a vibe if the apocalypse happened, but at the same time, I'm not quite ready.
Yeah, it would.
Not to give away my secret sauce here, Jim, but there's a place in the Yucca Valley, north of Joshua Tree, a little unincorporated place of whatever called Landers, California.
Now, you think you're going to be the only one heading out to Landers?
I'm thinking that we get a little shed out there.
Oh, okay. I see where we're going.
You see what I'm saying?
A little plot.
We have the guns. We have the water. It's our apocalypse place. Because we're going to want to get away from the big city. I tell you what. If a purge happens, if apocalypse happens, if zombie happens, 99% of the people will get got, or that do get got, will be in a major city.
I think I agree with that. That is kind of
people that are out in bumfuck nowhere.
Could you imagine though, like
who's going out there to get you? Like who's
Right.
coming to get you?
they don't have the vehicle to get you. That's the thing. You got to get a vehicle.
Now the
that can get
problem
out there.
is landers, flat land, not a lot of trees.
I like a hilly, mountainous,
Mhm.
lots of trees,
Yes.
lots of cover type situation. A little guerrilla fighting if we need it, you know.
So I had a teacher at De Anza, a
Mhm.
professor, who was like, "Yeah, me and three of my best friends and their families, like we have a place in Santa Cruz, in the Santa Cruz Mountains, where if shit goes off,
That's kind of
we're all meeting there." And he's like, and we have guns. And he's like, "Believe me, if that happens, you're gonna want to have guns."
Yeah, I
And I'm
mean,
like,
it is true, and that's like everyone
it's
says
so
like
logical.
the military has all these things, but it's like the people in the military are civilians. Like it would take a lot to go civilian on civilian. But anyways, like how crazy
Well,
would that
dude,
be? What?
Yeah. Well, also, you think about like we tried to like invade Iraq or whatever, right? It's like a bunch of people with just guns over there stood up to the military for a good little while. You know, I think that
100%.
a
But
few guys that know how to use their weapons can go a long way.
a lot of that's true. A lot of that is due to the cement
There's a low
houses.
resistance.
That's true. The resistance is huge, but like the houses and the style of living they had, like lent well to that. Like our lavish living in our wood houses would not withstand a bunker busting bomb. You know what I mean? An RPG would slide.
But
right
here's
through
another
these
thing,
walls.
Jim. If all this shit goes crazy, let's say you pick the scenario. Maybe it's a bombs are going off scenario.
Mm.
Who's bombing Landers, California?
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah.
The thing is, the tricky part is you never know what that's next to. Like there could be like a main satellite dish that we're connected. You know what I mean? Like,
They're trying to get rid of the hippies of Joshua?
or
Tree?
just like anything. There could be a CIA headquarters out there. You have no idea, and they could just be like, "Fuck them, boom, gone, landers." See,
You know the plan. You know what the plan would be in that situation for all like the elites and the politicians and stuff.
huh?
I'm pretty sure they have like a bunch of stuff in Colorado. by the
Well,
Colorado
there's
airport.
one, and then there's stuff, and like I was just reading. I've been listening to CIA books. Like my
Yeah.
last three have been all CIA. There's like bunkers up in God, is it like Virginia or something like that? Like Dick
They got
Cheney.
plans.
Well, that's what I mean. Like during 9/11, like they took Dick Cheney away, and it's like burrowed into a mountain, like a cavernous fucking like it's crazy. They definitely got plans. But like it would be sick though. Like you all have a plan with your friends, and then like day 3, and you're like, "Fuck!" Like Josh must have not made it, and then like all of a sudden on the ridge line, you just see like a single figure like peering over. And you're like, "Fuck! Let's go!" So
That's
sick.
it, man.
So sick.
That's it.
All right, round 5. Close us out, and then I'll go.
I'm gonna go with let's fucking go.
Wow, let's fucking go. That's
That's the big 3. You put those 3 together, and you got Goat saying it all the time. You got Brady saying it.
and
LFG. I mean,
that I feel like that's my most common self-talk to myself. You know what I mean? Like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Like, let's
Someone tells me something awesome in their life. I just got a promotion.
let's fucking
Let's
go,
fucking
dude.
go. Someone just fucking broke into my house. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking beat their ass.
And that's what I mean.
don't-
It's
yeah.
so versatile because it's like
Get some.
you're being a pussy. Like you don't want to go somewhere, and you're like, all right, shut up, bitch. Let's fucking go. Like, let's go.
Fucking go.
Uh,
Get your act together.
I like that. Let's fucking go. I'm trying to think. That's they say that's I forget the saying, but they said that's like the white boy equivalent of something. I forget the saying on the other end.
Yeah.
But sick. Yeah, let's fucking go is huge. And I feel like it's just catching steam. I mean, that's like a within the last 10 years type saying, which is kind of sick, something to call our
Yeah.
own. But that's
Our generation has claims to it.
exactly. Let's fucking go. Yeah, and I feel like that's also what I text people all the time, and it's like seems like a super generic text, but like I don't know how else to say. Let's fucking go.
Let's do it. That's right.
Let's ride. Hey, Broncos country. Let's
I
ride.
didn't feel great about that one, Jim, to be honest, because it's not really a trio. It's just 3 words.
I like it though, but yeah, I mean, let's is
go
a
together.
contraction. So, but I don't know. I like it. Let's fucking go is a big one. Now, I'm gonna ring in and I'm going to give you some honorable mentions. If my fucking notes app will load. Okay. Shrek, Fiona, Donkey. That's a
we
big
could have
three.
went movie characters. That's a good one. The good fellows.
Hydrogen, oxygen. That's water. H2O.
Yeah.
Fuel, oxygen, heat. That's fire. That's when I was like, ooh, fuel, oxygen,
Ooh,
heat.
that's fire.
It's big. Height, width, depth. I like.
Circumference.
Steph, Clay, Dre.
Yogi Berra, Babe Ruth, and Lou Gehrig.
Were they all on the same team?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, I like the one that meant more to me as a kid is A-Rod, Griffey, and Randy Johnson, all on the Mariners. And then Randy gets traded, A-Rod gets traded, Griffey stays, then gets traded. So it's like almost like a Russ, Harden, and KD type situation.
That's another good one.
Yeah, but
the Boston Big Three, Bird, Mikhail Parrish, Magic, Cream Worthy.
And I feel like the big threes for like sports just became like a saying, you know what I mean? But there's always
Federer,
been Nadal,
Jokovic.
Jokic, yeah, not yeah. What is it?
Is it Jokic?
No, it's not. It's not Jokic.
I think it might have been. Are they cousins?
No,
is he Serbian?
It's Djokovic. But I'm gonna go with the Three Stooges. Now,
Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Larry, Curly, and Mo. I'm not a big Shemp guy, but if we had to watch a couple episodes with Shemp, that was fine, I guess. But Larry, Curly,
I'd watch
and Mo.
him play jacks all day. Well, you owe me $5. Well, here's the $5 I owe you. Here's the $5 I owe you. Here's the $5 I owe you. We're all even.
It's so good. I mean, that used to be like our childhood. We had just like the box set of the black and white Three Stooges, like Let's Roll. And that was the best way to kill time in the car. It was just like throw them on. You never know how long an episode is. It might be 20 minutes. It might be 40. I couldn't tell you to this day. But hilarious.
And Three Brothers, right?
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Same here. You know, me and my two brothers, the Three Stooges. Disneyland, we would go get like our faces on the Three Stooges.
Exactly. Yes. I think we have that same exact thing. But yeah, I mean, just the slapstick comedy genre in general is like nowhere to be found, right? So old school. And I feel like those are the last guys. Exactly.
That's the best.
But yeah, the Three Stooges. Also, shout out the Three Amigos was another, Three Musketeers. Anything with the
I was going to say the Riley brothers, the De La Rocha brothers.
Wow.
I should have went the De La Rocha brothers. Honorable mention to the De La Rocha brothers.
Shout out Jay Roach. I sat next to him, was with him a lot of the wedding. Shout out.
Let me make this announcement here. Remember the little beef that was alleged between me and Todd Jr.?
Yeah, it was all Jay Roach. It was all Jay
Roach.
All a Jay Roach conspiracy. I know. We brought it up. We hashed it out, and I was like, "Damn, Jay Roach, you're so in division within the podcast." I was like, "It's good for viewership, but bad for the friendship." So,
some say that's when the pod took off. That's what changed the whole game.
It was.
But no, I got to get back for an in-person pod, man. I know those have been fucking ripping.
Well, that's what I mean. I'll get out there. You'll get in here. We'll figure it out. But yeah, money. All right, folks. Well, that is it. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.